Welcome to JazzTime.com. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you want to know the price of the watch, simply click on the links in the description below. We'd greatly appreciate it if you'll buy a watch from JazzTime.com once in a while. Today we'll be reviewing the Omega Seamaster. This is the model number 210.32.42.20.04.001. Of course, as that's quite the long model number, we'll have the link to the watch in the description below. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, strap, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. So jumping right into the dial here, we have a beautiful white style dial. It's in a sort of matte coloration, as the contrast of the dial itself is quite highlighted versus the sort of accents of the black black ceramic bezel, the sort of indented marked on the very outer edge of the bezel, and even on these circular tinges of black on the hour markers themselves, along with the hour and minute hand. That's also contrasted very nicely by the second hand having a nice red tip on it. And then at the 12 o'clock position, we have the Omega name with the Omega logo and the Seamaster name in that beautiful red text as well, adding that sort of light variation of coloration that makes the red pop much more. The Seamaster name read very nicely against that dial. But even then, for the dial to not be completely matte as well, they have a laser edge waves pattern along the whole face of the dial, and it adds a nice little contrast and a little bit of depth to the face of the watch as well. As you can see, those grooves fit very nicely on the face of the dial. It makes it pleasing to look at. The 6 o'clock position, we have additional text here that says coaxial master chronometer. I'll go ahead and zoom in there so you can take a closer look at that. Coaxial, of course, referencing Omega's coaxial movements as they typically used in all their movements. And then we have the water resistance as well with the 300 meters or 1,000 feet. All right. Besides that, these hour markers are all lume filled. So the circular hour markers with index hour markers at the 3, 6, 9 o'clock position, and double index markers for the 12 o'clock position for land marking. So at a glance, when this watch is on your wrist, you'll be able to quickly tell the time very easily. Even at the 6 o'clock position, it is a little bit important to Omega to also include that small little indency, as it's just a small sort of square at the bottom, but that fits very nicely with the whole aesthetic to fill in the lume for the whole of the watch. Even the hour and minute hand, we have the lume on the tips, so large lume on the tips, but even the sort of body of the hands as well are lume filled. And I'll actually go ahead and show you how that looks. But last thing to mention is that the hands themselves are actually skeletonized in the center, so you can actually see in between the hands. So it's not to block that the text at the 12 and the 6 o'clock position, and also not to block the date at the 6 o'clock position as well. All right. So let me show you how this lume works. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and charge that lume for a second, and then I'm going to shut off my light here. All right, you can see beautiful blue luminescence from the dial itself. Absolutely gorgeous lume. So we have a blue luminescence, lasts for up to 8 hours. And then we have the, even on the bezel itself, the peridot at the 12 o'clock position is also marked with a lume as well. Also, this is the diver's watch from the Omega line. So, when you're underwater and it's, obviously it's going to be dark. If you go deep enough, if you're going deep sea diving, then you'll be able to read your watch from the face and even on the bezel as well to track that elapsed time whenever you need. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light back on here. So give me 1 second. And there we are. All right, so moving on to the bezel now. The bezel is a black ceramic bezel, of course, for that nice sheen to the bezel, to add a nice sort of shine to the face of the watch, as the face itself is sort of that matte coloration. There's no sort of radiating shine from the face itself. It's just that nice flat white color. And then we have the shine coming from the ceramic bezel, of course, with the durability and scratch resistance of a ceramic bezel as well. Arabic numerals for each each 10 indency, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then the 60 is, of course, by the peridot, marked with a triangular white as well. Each thick indency is going to be every 5, and then of course you have these smaller indencies as the dots in between. All right. Moving on to the case now. The case size of this Omega watch is a 42 millimeter case size. So from an index finger to my thumb here, that's a 42 millimeters in diameter. Side profile of the watch, you can see not too large of a profile. Will fit under those suit cuts, dress cuts very nicely. All right, so showing you the other side as well. So this is the crown side with the 3 o'clock position. Beautiful crown guards here, high polished on the tips, but nicely satin finish on the sides. Once again, show you the other side as well. Nicely satin finish as well, matching with the satin finish on the bezel. All right, the material for the case is a stainless steel overall. Okay, moving on to the crown now. So the crown functions. The crown of the crown functions. You're probably wondering, what is this crown sticking out at the 11 o'clock position? If you didn't, 10 o'clock position. If you didn't know, as this is a diver's watch, this is called the helium escape valve. So basically, when you're going deep sea diving, you also have to come through a depressurization chamber to come up from that deep sea diving up. And that depressurization chamber, when you're coming back up to the surface, releases a various mixture of gases, helium being one of the most notable of all the gases there. But the helium can actually get into the watch itself. And the issue that would cause is that, the helium would build up pressure in the watch itself, then push out that sapphire crystal or shatter it, or it would basically add too much pressure to the watch. And that's where the helium escape valve comes in, where a certain point where the pressure gets to a certain point, then the helium escape valve that spring will open up, and then it'll let out that helium gas out of the watch and protect your watch. All right. Moving on to the crown now. So the crown is located here. As you can see, it's already nice and tight in against the case. This keeps that water resistance of that 300 meters on 1,000 feet. So always make sure this crown is nice and tight against the case when you're done with whatever functions you're doing with the crown itself. And the standard position is where you can wind the watch. About 15 to 20 winds is all you need to get it started from a dead stop. Pulling the crown out to the next position will allow you to adjust the date by going counterclockwise. As shown, you can see at the 6 o'clock position, every time I go counterclockwise, and go ahead and changes the date very quickly. Pulling the crown out to the next position will stop the second hand. As you see, I've stopped it right before the 7 o'clock position. And that stopping the second hand allows for precise time settings, such as to an atomic clock online. You can set it down to the exact seconds. And then you'll be able to adjust the hands bi-directionally, however you like. Once again, pressing the crown back in, we'll start that second hand once more, and always make sure to screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep this watch water resistant, as I've already mentioned. Moving on to the strap now. The strap is just a rubber strap. Beautifully textured down each side. And then it's a tank style buckle. See the Omega logo on the buckle itself. And the buckle itself is also a stainless steel. Has nice little chamfers for the high polish on the sides of it, and also brush finish as well. So I can go ahead and just release this so you can take a look at that. So go ahead and move that out of the way. And there we are. So, and of course, this portion of the strap for adjusting, square indices, triangular at the very end. This is the 12 o'clock position side of the strap. You can see it has the Omega Seamaster name on the holder of the strap. It's again, just that stainless steel tank buckle. All right, moving on to the back of the case now. So this is a sapphire case backing, exhibition case back. As you can see, you can actually see the movement itself. The movement that this Omega runs is the Omega Master Coaxial 8800 or 8800. We have the water resistance engraved at the 12 o'clock position there. The 6 o'clock position, we have the diver text with 300 meters. And then on the side sides of the lugs, we have the Omega logo here embossed onto that lug. And the 6 o'clock position, we have the stainless steel markings embossed on there. Okay, but for the movement itself, you can see very beautiful movement, 8800 movement, beautiful Geneva style waves on the bridge. This is the oscillator right here. This is what keeps your watch running on when it's on your wrist. You can see how it moves around. So this watch is a mechanical, the movement is a mechanical movement powered by the inertia of your wrist. So as when this watch is sitting on your wrist, as it spins around either left, a clockwise revolution or counterclockwise revolutions, then you keep your watch wound. The power reserve of this movement itself, I believe you're looking at around a 50 to 55 hour power reserve, meaning that what that means is basically when you put your watch down, you're tired of wearing your watch, you want to put it down for the weekend, it continuously keeps working off that the energy of your wrist, that inertia, building up the power reserve, and then it'll continue to keep time until it reaches around that 55-hour mark, where it will come to a dead stop, which I mentioned with the crown functions. You'll be able to wind your watch and get it going once more. But I mean, if you're putting this watch down on the weekend, let's say a Friday evening, you go to sleep, you can pick it back up on a Sunday evening or maybe a Monday afternoon, and it'll be keeping time just fine. But if it's not, then you'll have to wind it. But if you are a watch connoisseur and you have multiple watches, you probably have a watch winder that will keep your watch wound anyways. So that's just one thing about the movement itself. It is anti-magnetic, as some parts of the movement itself is made out of anti-magnetic material. Specifically, I believe the 8800 uses Neva Gauss, which is specific anti-magnetic material. That includes the staff and the pivots, and then the anti-shock system. So the shock absorbers for this watch is from the same company, Neva Shock, made from various materials as well. So it's shock resistant, anti-magnetic, and the caliber barrels for this watch are also PVD'd, or not PVD'd, but I believe they're DLC coated inside as well to reduce friction, so you don't have to have as many service intervals with this watch. But besides that, it's still a very reliable movement that was introduced, I believe, around 2018 or so, because I believe the previous movement was at 8500. All right, so let me actually go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist now. So give me 1 second to place on that tang buckle. All right, so here's that Omega Seamaster. As you can see, beautiful contrasting of that white dial against the black finish of the black ceramic bezel, and of course the black rubber strap. You can see from the side profile, beautiful brush finish or satin finish on the sides of the case. And see that 42 millimeter is actually perfect on my wrist. I have an average man size wrist of a 7-inch wrist. You can see fits very nicely, very beautifully. Doesn't sit high off the wrist. So if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website at jazztab.com, where the lowest price is guaranteed. And if you're interested, and if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on the mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page, where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.